Welcome back to CBC Sports, a special moment after the game. History in the making. Toronto, New York playing in the first ever PWHL League game. So they all pose for a photo. New York, of course, feeling great. They have the first ever win in PWHL history, 4-0 over Toronto. Toronto perhaps not feeling all that great, but they understand the moment. So all posing for that photo. And how about this? New York's Alex Carpenter is the Canadian Tire Player of the Game. She assisted on Ella Shelton's goal in the first period, the first ever goal in PWHL history. That puck is going straight to the Hockey Hall of Fame. And then she scored in the third period, second goal of the game. So a goal and an assist for Alex Carpenter, alternate captain for New York. 4-0 victory for them as we welcome you back to the panel. Andy Petrillo, Tessa Bonhomme, Soroya Tinker, Haley Salvian. Great second period for Toronto. Haley unable to find the back of the net. Corinne Schroeder now, those saves coming up huge for New York. It just flipped the script in that third. 3 goals on 8 shots. New York has depth.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite thing about this New York roster. And you just talked about Alex Carpenter. She's the player of the game, but the best part of this New York team is they're not going to have to rely on her to carry the offense every single day. GM Pascal Daou built a team that has 4 lines who can score on any given shift, any given night, and we saw that today. Here's up first Jill Saulnier with the 3rd line goal. Nice hustle play by her. Then Alexandra LaBelle, 4th line center. She gets a great chance on net. There's Alex Carpenter, player of the game, cheering on the bench for Jill Saulnier. Alexandra LaBelle with a great chance. 4th line center, then it's Kayla Vespa who gets the 4-0 goal. This is just going to be a really dangerous team with a ton of scoring options at forward and D, of course, because we saw Ella Shelton with that historic first goal. I really like New York's chances this season, guys.
And I mean, those are the takeaways for the New York team, right? They're exactly who they said they were going to be in this game, and the player that was supposed to lead led the way, and Alex Carpenter. For Toronto, I think their takeaways first and foremost, and I don't like being nitpicky after the end of a game. I like to focus on the positives, but you do have to learn something. And for them, it's the fact that they were just a little bit too pretty. That second period was fantastic. Plenty of chances. That is great. You know you can create those. But they need to throw pucks on net. They need to have that shot first mentality. Secondly, the physical play. It is going to be allowed. They need to use more of this. They were most effective when they did this. And the 2 players that were, and everyone's going to roll their eyes, but were Ohio State Buckeyes, Natalie Spooner, Emma Malte. Shout out to my dad. He calls this the angle and bump to separate the player from the puck. They did that to perfection. So if they need to continue to lead the way in that charge in order for Toronto to continue to be successful, moving forward.
Yeah, well, and going back on New York's depth here, I mean, they got goals from 3 of their 4 lines and their top defensive pair as well in Shelton and Bourbonnais.
I said it earlier. I think defense wins games.
You've just been patting yourself on the back all show.
I agree. Carpenter in the pregame. I'm just going to slide in here. I'm sorry. I've just got to say.
Yeah, I mean, Ella Shelton and Jamie Bourbonnais were the talk of the town tonight. I mean, I think that they were a big force back there on the DN. They were quarterbacking the play. Ella Shelton, obviously, with a historical moment, and Jamie Bourbonnais was able to get a backhand assist at the end there.
Yeah, they definitely look like a top defensive pair that was contributing to the offense. Well, how do you like the ring of this, hockey fans? Why don't we make it Hockey Afternoon in Canada on CBC? Yes, there's a game tomorrow. It will be a record-setting crowd for the women's hockey game on North American soil when Ottawa hosts Montreal. 8,800 tickets and counting in that one. But for us, let's start a new tradition on Saturday when Montreal visits Minnesota. On behalf of everyone here on the broadcast crew, thanks for tuning in and watching history.